Great questions get great answers. Maybe it's asking important questions during times of uncertainty. Maybe you need to interview someone, or maybe you're just looking to build deeper connections with the people around you. In this video, you will learn the 5 keys to asking great questions. 4 proven tips and techniques on how you can make every conversation count and build human connection. Subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you get notified every Tuesday when a new video is released. I'm Riaz Meghji, founder of the Every Conversation Counts platform and 17-year broadcast host. And after years of interviewing experts and interviewing leaders, when it comes to asking great questions, it really comes down to context. We know the basics. You got to be brief. We've got to ask open-ended questions and above all, make it about the other person. But if you really want the subject in front of you to open up, it's important to understand the 3 key questions we all ask ourselves the first time we meet someone. Do you care about me? Can you help me? And can I trust you? And how do you answer these questions? Well, a lot of it is covered in the previous video, Have Better Conversations, right here on this channel. But it really comes down to going first with something real, raw, and vulnerable to invite the other person to do the exact same in this space. And if you do that, following these 5 keys will help your questions create breakthrough moments. To start asking powerful questions, start here. Simplify your ask. Be concise, be direct, and above all, get to the point as quickly as possible. Now, how do we do this? 1-sentence questions. Think about it. When you meet somebody, one of the questions I would always ask guests in the green room, what's on your mind? This was a great intro question so I could understand the priorities occupying their space. When it comes down to tricky situations, instead of focusing on the problem, focus on the solution with your question. What does your ideal scenario look like here? I think one of the common traps we can sometimes fall into with our questions are long, drawn-out intros or complicated setups consisting of multiple questions where the subject is really overwhelmed with what exactly you're asking. So if you want to get a great start, simplify your ask with 1-sentence questions so you can set yourself up for success to take the conversation deeper. The first answer you get is almost always the appetizer for the main course. To truly connect with others with your questions, it's important to have an insatiable appetite for digging deep with your follow-up questions. And this isn't necessarily something you could prepare for ahead of time. This involves giving the person in front of you your undivided attention and then picking up on the cues they're giving you. I mean, some useful examples of follow-ups really start with, could you elaborate on that? Could you tell me more about that stance you're taking? Maybe even recapping their point of view to avoid any misinterpretation. So is what you're saying, and then fill in the blank, or you could go back to basics and just ask why 5 times to dig deeper. Above all, forget about your next planned question and have the courage to step into uncertainty with that person. Now, by doing that, you'll show that you listened, that you care, and that you want to learn more. And that person in front of you will feel heard and respected, and this will help you start to build some important bonds. When you're considering the type of questions to ask somebody, consider this. Ask for stories, not just answers. Why? It all comes down to emotion. Because emotion is what connects us. Emotion is what polarizes us. But above all, emotion is what motivates us to act. And the best way to connect to emotion, you guessed it, is to tell someone a story because our brains are absorbing stories as if we are experiencing them ourselves. And if you're wondering, well, what type of story should I ask about? Consider these 3 themes. Trials, transitions, triumphs. Trials. When is the last time you did something for the first time? Think about the emotion somebody could share behind those stories. Transitions. Think about the uncertainty you could be living in at any given point in time. Digging into that transition. How did you adapt? How did you change? How did you face that point of adversity? And what did that feel like? And then triumphs. That's the moment for someone to shine and share their moment of glory. What was the blueprint? What was the strategy for you to achieve that degree of success? This next tip is all about attacking leading questions. Don't assume the answer. How many of us have been in the position where we're expressing our point of view without explicitly stating it? Well, let's think about the time of uncertainty we're all living in right now. Many of us could be asking, well, should we close the business now, or should we continue on with possible layoffs so that we can survive this tough stretch? Instead, why not just ask, well, what do you think we should do here? Context is crucial. If we can suspend our judgment and our advice and just keep things open, we're inviting the person in front of us to think creatively and, above all, just think for themselves. Hopefully you've been enjoying these tips. If you have some great questions that have led to breakthrough moments for you, let us know about them in the comment section below. Final tip for you: silence can be your secret weapon. You feel that right there? It's a little awkward in that gap, yeah? Well, this initial period of awkwardness could be a really positive sign if you've thrown out a great question, because this could indicate the person in front of you is really considering what you just asked. And one of our habits could be that we could fill and curb this silence with filler words or questions and really miss out on a profound response they could throw our way. So think about it. Throw out the question, stay quiet, give them your attention, and let silence speak wonders, and watch what happens. Hopefully you found this video helpful. For more ideas on building human connection, be sure to check out the guide, The 5 Secrets to Making Every Conversation Count. You can get it at the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. For more videos on how you can have better conversations and stay connected during isolation, check out these links. If you like this video, hit the like button, feel free to share it, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. We'll see you in the next video.